Let's go. Mm. Yeah. Sasa basi wachana na nini? Inaitwaje? Pam pam pam. Daily outlook. Am I live? Am I live? Mm. Okay, mic testing, mic testing. Am I live? Am I live? Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Hmm. How do I share this? So yeah, good morning everyone. Um, Chats with Courier here as usual, of course. So I want us to look at what I'm expecting to see in price today, and mostly it's a continuation of what I explained yesterday. So let's start off from the daily chart, and I think I should delete the current setup that I'm in because it might confuse us a little bit. So let's start from the daily and then I'll show you what I expect from today's price action. So what I can see from this price action to start with is that yesterday we did what I wanted to see because I had explained that uh, we had been displacing to the downside as a retracement, because I told you that we never go in a straight line. We always have a displacement leg, then a retracement leg. So yesterday we had what we call a retracement leg, which was a very clean retracement because as you can see, we came and retested our order block right here. So you can see we were able to reach 40.20. Let's see which was the lowest price reached yesterday. So yes, the low was 40.21. Okay, so this was my order block, and as I explained in yesterday's outlook, I wanted to see price reach into this week because the order block was very long, so I wanted only to see the week being respected. So we retested that. So from now I expect us to resume bullish price action. So that means I want to see today being a bullish day. And that being said, today I want to see this week, the week that dipped uh into the what? Into the order block, yesterday's order block. And apart from the order block, you can see that we had this new day opening gap, which was respected as well. Okay. So today I want to see price rallying back to the upside and maybe taking out these highs and so forth. So my first take profit should be here 41.34, which is the previous day high, and so forth and so forth. So yeah, because I'm an intraday trader, I will just target 41.34 or something like that. So yes, I do not want to see price coming below closing or coming below this level, the zero point 0.5 mark, which will be the price that I expect today to be respected. So that will be my zero point 0.5 level, which is at 40.50. So we can retest that, but I do not want us to get a close below that. Actually, I do not want to see that being disrespected. So we'll mark that as my 0 0.5. Let's reduce the size of that and then maybe go to the 4 hour. So on the 4 hour, you can see we are already having that bullish candle starting to print. So if that can hold, then I wouldn't expect to see price coming here. So let's see on the lower time frames what we can actually see at this level, the 0 0.5 level. What other PD array is there? And when you look at the 1 hour time frame, you will notice that right there we have what we refer to as an inverted fair value gap. Okay, so this is an inverted fair value gap right here, which I usually mark in yellow, but just because I do not want to make my chart dirty, I'll just show you and then I will delete it. I will not keep it in my chart. So you can see it's being respected. Price, as usual, price does not move in a straight line. We had this displacement, then we retraced. I told you that we retraced to only two areas of interest. One, imbalances. Number two, order blocks. And in this particular case, we had an imbalance, or maybe this inverted fair value gap. So we retraced to that with a week, and then price went back to the upside. It has given me a 1 hour change in state of delivery right here. So that's a 1 hour CISD. And as soon as I get that, I take my entry here. So that is why when I was starting this video, you saw that I have a running position here, and my stop loss is just below the current uh, daily low. Okay, so that is where I don't want to see price coming back. If it comes back, I'd rather close that trade and wait for another for a re-entry. Okay, so basically that is what I have right now. And then my take profits, as I have explained, are the previous day high, which is here. So basically that's a 1.8R, and then I like to take my profits off at the body. So that is around here 41.28, which is a 1.65R. So yeah, basically that's how I'm looking at this position. and I'm already in how many 200 pips in profit. So yeah, basically that's it for me. This is how I'm looking at this trade, and I want to see this high being taken out before anything. So yeah, this is a 1.6R setup, and I look forward to seeing how it plays out. So yeah, that's basically how I'm looking at it. Let's do a quick look at DXY so that of course we make sure that we are in line with what is happening. Okay, so on DXY, uh, from the daily chart, I think I had also explained how I want this to play out. So on DXY, you can see that we had this bearish day. Of course, we swept the previous day highs, and then we came back to close inside. So of course, today I expect a continuation of that to around these levels, because this becomes a week, a discount week. So anytime I see that, I want to grade that and measure 0 0.5. So I expect price to come to maybe around the 0 point, the 100.698, 100.698. Yeah, so that is where I want to see price coming into. Then yeah, so as price is doing this on DXY, then I expect an upside displacement on gold. Okay, so yeah, you can see those levels. This is sell side. There is so much that can be targeted to the downside of DXY, and that is what I really want to see being targeted. Then it will translate to that bullish run here, which will reach maybe 41, 41.28, 41 something. And you can see the strength that we have, which is very good. When you look at the 30-minute, we have actually broken structure to the upside. So this is a BOS, so maybe you can wait for a entry here, but basically that's it. Let's see how it goes. I haven't had a winning trade on gold so far, so I hope this plays out, but the market doesn't owe us anything, so it is what it is. We get what we get, and we move on to the next trade as long as you have followed all your rules. Okay, that being said, let's do the daily analysis for Nasdaq and what Nasdaq and SP 500. So I hope you have understood that. So let's cover these two. Let's cover these two. From the daily chart, of course, let's break it down and see what we have. Yep. Okay, now from the daily chart, what we can see, I explained yesterday that we are in a kind of consolidation. However, we can still try to get some scalps out of that price action. Okay, so looking at the daily, we already have that daily change in state to the downside. And as I had mentioned, I want to see this sell side liquidity being swept, this and this. Okay, so on Nasdaq, sorry, that was yes. Okay, so also on this other asset, we already have this daily change in state, and we have this sell side that formed yesterday, and also this one. So I really want to see those being swept, and I will be on the lookout for areas that I can take short positions. Although this price action is kind of choppy, it's really much of a consolidation. So maybe I might close the week on Nasdaq today, but if it gives me a trade, then well and good. Because on the 4 hour, on the 1 hour chart, now looking at the 1 hour chart, we had this break of structure to the downside, and now we have another break of structure to the upside. So I think we are in a consolidation. So even when I go to the lower time frames, I'm even getting more convinced to stay out of this price action until probably next week. So I think that is what I will do. Think that is, I do not like what I'm seeing. I do not like it. I do not like this price action. So I might just keep away from it, because we already had this break of structure. Now we are having this change in state all the way to the upside. So but we are testing from a level of breaker blocks, because this is a breaker block. This is a 4 hour breaker, because you can see we were able to sweep this to the upside, so this becomes a breaker. This a propulsion block. So if this does not hold price, then this propulsion should hold price to the downside. So I don't know, I think I will take a break from Nasdaq and SP 500. Then maybe I can trade them tomorrow. Yes, but basically I want to see lower prices being delivered. I want to see lower prices being delivered. Okay, so we have swept the previous day high, as you can see. Currently, we have swept the previous day high on Nasdaq, and we have left it open on SP 500. So if that can hold, and then we get something like a 4-hour change in state of delivery, so that is a higher time frame change in state of delivery, and I have said that we are reacting from this breaker block or maybe this propulsion. So if we can get a reaction from that, if we can get some reaction from that, maybe get a change in state here, then I would trade the shorts. So yeah, I would like maybe to see something like that, then a retest, then drop. Okay, so yeah, I think that is what I will say right now, because we have swept the previous day high, so we are bound to get some form of reaction. So yeah, yes, I think that is how I will put it. And if that does not happen, then maybe I will just stay away from these markets, because I do not like what is happening. We are moving both ways in equal measure, because as you can see, we covered a very huge range yesterday, and then overnight we have recovered all of it. Okay, so basically we might be doing that for a while, and if you look at the 4-hour and the daily, it gives you even a better view of the consolidation that we are in. So maybe it's better if I stay out of this and then wait for the sweep in liquidity to the downside on Nasdaq or SP 500, and then maybe we can resume it next week. So yeah, uh, looking maybe at the uh, economic layout of today, we do not have much. Let's see. Forex Factory. We don't have much. We only have unemployment claims at 3:30 p.m. So that's the only thing that I'm looking out for. So maybe I will do another analysis here, but for now, I don't think I like what I see, and that is enough for me to stay out of these markets until the price action is clear. Because even if I look for an imbalance, I can't see any clear imbalance. Cannot see any clear buy side liquidity, because this is buy side, this is buy side, this is buy side. So, but we do have these relative equal highs, and then we broke structure to the downside instead of sweeping liquidity. So it's just very confusing, and you are allowed to stay out of the market if nothing is clear enough. So as of now, I cannot see anything clear, and if I do, I will do another analysis during the day, maybe before the New York, if something becomes clear. So yeah, thank you for watching. Stay tuned, and yeah, watch out for the trade breakdown that I'm about to do for the trades that I took yesterday. I took one trade on gold and one trade on Nasdaq, so be on the lookout for that. So yeah, thank you for joining. Have a good day ahead. That's it. Let's see how this gold trade plays out. Let's see how it plays out, and then yeah, on to the next. So thank you for watching. Keep subscribing. See you on the next one.